Good morning everybody, how are you all today? I hope you're good, doing well, and welcome to my latest video. I'm coming from our Millennium Garden. Now this is a garden which was created obviously for our Millennium project, our 2000 project, and basically it's a gated garden. And a lot of the plants and the trees have been donated by different families in memory of a loved one. And this took quite a wee while to create, and it's all maintained by volunteers. From painting to weeding to deadheading to cutting grass, fixing gates and things. So I'll take you up the back and I'll show you a better view of the whole of the garden from the top, hopefully. And this is a garden. This garden is very, very special to me because this helped during the very first lockdown in 2020. Many of you might know I have a daughter with autism, and this was a safe haven for us doing our daily exercise. That's one of the seats that you can sit and enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the wee birds singing away. And this is another seat which was donated in memory of a loved one. So I'll take you down the bottom here. So yes, this was a safe haven for myself and my daughter, because she has a tendency to sort of run off sort of thing, and we loved this area because it's fully gated. I felt very safe in here with her, and she is very nature orientated. She loves trees, absolutely loves trees, and she has a fascination with carrying a stick everywhere. She needs to have a stick if we go out for a walk. So this is where we came to spend maybe an hour, 2 hours, because we couldn't even go to a swing park at that point. It's even better in the spring and the summer when everything is in bloom and the trees are in full leaf. There's a nice wee seat here. So this is our bottom gate now. So this is a sign. Don't know if you can read it. Within these gardens, many of the plants, shrubs, trees and seeds were donated by local folk and planted by the volunteer group in memory of their loved ones. That's some of the people that have donated some things for the garden. Now on the other side, this is the process of creating the garden, which took a wee while, but it's we go on to now. This is the 22nd year of it, and it's really bloomed. It's so many different plants, flowers, trees in here. It's nice to come and sit and have a read of a book, or just sit and enjoy the birds singing in the summer. We are next to a road which serves a couple of quarries, so there'll be a lot of lorries coming back down. So I thought I would just show you this in the moment, and then once in the summer I'll show you again what it looks like. So this, as I say, this is all maintained by volunteers. This is a seat round a tree which has become quite unstable because of the roots of the trees. Myself and my daughter came here sledging here when we had deep snow at the beginning of last year. It's quite dark here today, so I don't know how much you can actually see. So there's actually, I'll go up this way. So there's 3 gates here, and there's 2 ordinary rubbish bins and 1 dog poo bin. And we had an issue a while back with people not picking up the dog poo here, which was just laziness. And they're actually, some people were letting their dogs loose, running into all the beds and breaking all the flowers and plants. Anyway, so this is a plaque. So it's March 2000. This was officially opened. So I say it's quite a nice place to come and sit, and even just to meet a friend and have a blather. So I say it's even nicer in the summer once everything is in bloom. So I'll show you that again another day. So I'm going to move on to another park, which is called Shilling Park. So I'll pause you and I'll be back when I arrive. Okay? Okay guys, here we are at Shilling Park, and I'll show you around. Again, this was developed and built by some volunteers from actually Shilling Hill. And this is one of the signs that tells you all about the progress. It was built in 1999, well, began in 1999, and it's just maintained by volunteers. So we'll take you up. I'll take you around here first. Here's some deer, wooden deer. You'll see a lot of wee ornaments of animals and things as we go round. So I'll take you around here. Again, this is nice in the summer when all the trees are in bloom, flower, leaf, and there's lots of plants as well, flowers. I think you see the blossom there starting to come out in spring. It's a wooden crocodile. Some of the artwork here is amazing. A lot of hard work goes into maintaining this area as well. So this is a dolphin, and I think they're going to be putting painted stones all around here, donated by a lot of people who have painted the stones. So they're going to be set in concrete, I think. So I'll take you around here. There's a wee play park as well around here. Which is very nice. Nice area again just to come and chill out and just to sit with a book or a blather with friends. There's dog walkers here. There's no kids here now, so I can show you about the place. All the roses are coming out now. Quite a few of them are in bud. There's a new slide they've just put in, sort of like a few months ago. I think this is one of the ways out into Shilling Park. Oh, there's nothing on that board. Okay, so we'll take you around. I think it's actually going to start raining shortly. But hopefully we can get the video done while it's dry. So I'll take you around. And that building there is Bridge End Primary School, where I went to school. It's a Nice new, this is a new climbing frame. Some toadstools here. So some of these, there's a few benches about here which have been donated by in memory of a loved one. So there's a nice area to come and enjoy the fresh air with the family or just the dog. There's a few of the benches there. So there's even a wee log bench. So we'll take you up the hill here. As I say, it's even better seeing it in the summer. So there's a lot of different trees and shrubs, flowers in here. In this area here, I'll take you over the grass. It's just again, it's just a viewpoint. There's a plaque down here, I think. Yep. It was officially opened in 2002. So that's really good. So again, you can just sit here. Got the broken glass here. And that's just a memorial plaque for a loved one. So I'll take you right round again, down here. Continue up the hill. Path going down that way, down the bottom. Some lovely trees up here as well. The grass, there's another deer sitting looking out. Another wee bench. That's a nice secluded one. So we'll go in and have a look. Unfortunately, all you can see is a bit of tree. So there's another. Oh dear! So there's another bench up here. Again, this is in memory of a loved one as well. There's a few houses up here. That's a nice new one. So as I said, that's heading back down again to where we started. So there a wee bench there for the kids. And what we'll do is I'll show you, go across the road here and I'll show you the front of the park going along the road. There's the deers we started off with. road here. And this is what it looks like. So there's different heathers in here as well, which looks nice in the summer once they're in bloom. There's old bits of tree trunks that are for decoration as well. So that's our visit to Schweinhall Park. I'll take you down, if there's nobody down there, down to the swing park down the bottom, and I'll let you know when I've done that. Okay guys, so we've arrived down at the play park down the bottom of the high street. So this is quite a nice wee play park. We were allowed to go back to play parks at the end of 2020 when the restrictions were eased. She enjoyed coming down down here. There's sand, there's a seesaw, there's a couple of swings. So this has been here quite a few years now. Very popular in the summer, or when the weather gets better. So this is a nice seated area. We have a blather with other mums. And this is down this bit. There's a wee bit of a climbing wall here with a ladder. Again, that's been here for a lot of years. And then there's a big slide that goes down the bottom. There used to be a bucket here that you would fill with sand and pour down the chute, and then spin the propellers there. So there's a long slide down here, which my girl really loves to do. So that's a way down there. There's a close-up of the climbing frame and slide. So I'll take you out and we'll go back up to towards the Alness Academy, which you've seen in my last video. So hopefully it's not going to be too busy with people down here. So I'll take you back through the gate. So this is heading into Crocodile Park now. So once I get through the bridge, I'll unpause you. Okay guys, we're down at the Crocodile Park again. So there's the river. So last time we went forward, so this time we're going up to the left. And you'll get a better view of the Crocodile Park. That's a wooden climbing frame. It's like an obstacle course. It's actually started raining now, so I'll take you up. Again, they built this path to make it easier for the school kids to go up to the academy. And it makes a nice wee walk as well. So must be a tree came down during the last big storm. So here's our Crocodile Park. It's a nice wide open space. For you to enjoy a run around with your dog or play football. I think there's a few people practicing golf down here as well. We have an 18-hole golf course in Alness, so I'll show you that one day. So we're going up to this path. So there's a nice bench here to sit and take a breather and to look over the park. I think they've done like a wee bike track down here as well. Wee hills. There used to be a path that goes up behind the trees there, and used to do a cross country at school. Used to do this big circuit, but I don't think the path is there anymore. I think it's just overgrown. So this is now behind the high street. There's a big car park behind the high street. So we're walking up towards the Alness Academy now. Whew, that's a big hill. So this is the pitches they use at the moment. I think the Alness United uses them, I think. There's a pitch further down. It's a shame it's not a brighter day. So they're still working a lot at the school here. Not very sure what they're going to do, what it's going to be, if they're going to build something else or if it's just going to make extra pitches or things, I don't know. Again, there's flats behind the high street as well. So we'll take you over the railway bridge again, and we'll finish at the Heritage Garden. I'll go around the Heritage Garden a wee bit more, and then we'll finish. Just a quick video today. I'm enjoying doing these videos. It's giving me an excuse to get out and about in the fresh air. So I hope you like them as well. If you do like them, just like the video and subscribe to my channel and tell your friends, and try and get my channel out there. And it's good to tell other people about our local area. So now I view the pictures on the path we've just come down. I'm proud of my little town. We've done really well with the Britain in Bloom and the Scotland in Bloom with our flowers in the high street. It's all done by volunteers. Every single thing, to painting some tubs or washing the bins. There's deadheading, there's planting, there's a lot to organise, and even our Christmas lights that we put up on the street lights is all done by volunteers. They're all maintained by volunteers. But unfortunately, we need more volunteers. We need young people to come in and start helping out in our wee town. So we're just going to go over the bridge here. There's a digger. Don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to go over the path. This is another view of what's going to be the new path that we're going to be able to walk on hopefully soon. All the trees, the Crocodile trees. So we'll take you over this bridge again. And they've retarred this area as well. So I'm going to take you over the bridge. I'll pause you for a second. Okay, we're going to go over the bridge now. So this is where we came the other day. Okay, it's another view of the new Alness Academy. So that's a view of where we just came up. That's the new road tarred from the other day. There's a train station again. So this is the back of the Millennium Garden, Heritage Centre Garden. So I'll take you around. There's our Alness train station, just a little one. We used to have a big building years and years ago, like a lot of years ago. I vaguely remember it. So we're going to go into the Heritage Centre Garden and I'm going to show you around here. Oh. So there's a sign there which you can go to the Alness Academy and walk. There's a Heritage Centre plus local information. It tells you around walking distance of a car park. So again, this is maintained by volunteers. This is a plaque. I think this is the... Let's have a look. If I can see it. I can't really read it. Don't know if you can read it a wee bit better than me. But again, this has been a lot of years. This is a big fir tree. It's a big, massive fir tree. And this is my daughter's favourite tree. So whenever we come down here, she makes for her tree, as we call it. So this is right underneath it. There's a lot of rabbit holes about here too. These are, I think there's ones at the back, they're cherry blossoms I think, and you have these, there's a lot of daffodils and bluebells that bloom in here as well. So this is another side of my daughter's tree. Very surprised it's still standing. Looks as if they've just cut branches off as well for safety. So this is again, there's so many different trees down here. We've got new benches. Nice place to come for a walk with your dog. Nice painted benches there as well on our bin. Looks as if they've just done sawed a tree down. It's a nice wee raised bed with some pansies in it. So this area It's part of the museum, the Heritage Centre Museum. And it goes, well, I think it's a table that somebody's built or made. So in these wee sheds there's all different memorabilia. That's an old landmine. It's either a landmine or sea mine. That's a part of part of the landing gear of a plane, I think. Because we used to have seaplanes here, the Catalina, and I can't remember the other name of the plane. So we have whole farm machinery here as well. The Heritage Centre has just reopened after getting new windows put into the shop and the offices. So it's open from Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock till 4. And again, it's all done by volunteers. As I said, it's all different horseshoes there. There's an old bike. So I think this is an old sort of type of scythe for hay or silage or something. So these are all donated by local farms or places like that. I think that's an old wheelbarrow type thing, like that. Yes, it's the home of the. We've just installed CCTV as well. There's another bench that's in a memorial of somebody. Old steps. It's all done by volunteers. This is the home of the Alness and District Times as well. So I'll take you back round. This is the entrance to the Wallace Room, where I said that you can be able to get married. You can book the room for a meeting. Sometimes has church meetings on in there. I'll see if I can take you into the shop. I'll ask for permission first. I'll pause it, if not I'll finish outside. Okay guys, so we're actually in the Heritage Centre, part of one of the rooms with the museum. So this is set up as what it'd be like, sort of like maybe the 1900s, what would we set up like as a school. So you have the old-fashioned desks, and the old desks sort of they lift up. You have holes in the desks for ink wells as well, when they used to use ink or chalk. So this is some of the old books that have been donated, and old posters. So I'll go around this way. So this is a blackboard, and this is how you would be taught how to do the alphabet and how to write and things. So these things are all donated, and by different people. This is a teacher's desk. There's a representation of a cane or a belt. If you're being naughty or talking back to the teacher, whatever. So this is where a teacher would stand. So this is her looking down onto to her pupils. So I'll pan right round. And these are some of the old articles of what it was like doing being at school in those days. Different things. Used to get milk, education in the 1950s and things like that. So again, this is an old map of global of the world, and this is a map of Britain. That's our world map there. So in these cabinets, these are old school photos that range from different eras. So this is all Bridgend School, and I'm in a couple of these photos. That's an old milk bottle there. Used to get in school. So again, this is 1961 to 2000 photos of Bridgend School, and this is 1890 and 1960 of Bridgend School. This is the old chalkboard they used to use. So if your relatives went to Bridgend School within these dates, you can come and have a look, see if you can find them in your photos. So behind the door here, we have tells you a wee bit about boats, I think. They used to come over the firth to go to school, I think, some pupils. So we're going through. This is going up to the Wallace Room. I'll show you in there shortly. That's a fact. What I'll do is I'll take you upstairs and we'll have a look. Oh, it's quite dark up here. Yeah, I'll just pause you for a minute. Okay guys, so we're actually in the Wallace Room at the moment, and this is named after one of the founders of the Heritage Centre, and this is Wallace Ross, Wallace and Joan Ross. This is them here, and sadly Wallace died, so they've named a room after him. So this room can be used for weddings, christenings, unfortunately funeral parties as well, company meetings, parties, things like that. This is a view of the garden from one of the windows. These are brand new windows they've just got done, as I said in my last video. So they've made a fabulous job. So I think this used to be 2 rooms because there's 2 fireplaces in them. There's the old fireplaces, which are beautifully handcrafted. So I'll take you around. That's another one. There's a nice bookcase here. So this is, they managed to get money from the Scottish National Lottery Fund to help set up this Heritage Centre. There's wee ornaments there. So this is the view from the top of the out one of the windows. That's at the memorial at the front there, and this is the sides, and this is a front view. So it has a projector, it has a whiteboard, so it's won quite a lot of awards. So it's a very nice. That's Joan and Chucky Chan. So we were actually we got into the UK finals of the 2006 Britain in Bloom, and then we were actually champion of the champions. We're actually proud to have this in our wee town, and hopefully we can get some more visitors to it. So this is the Wallace Room. So I'll switch off the lights and I'll take you back downstairs. Okay, so we're going down the stairs now, and I'll show you part of the shop. So we've just been in there, so that's the school room. So I'll switch the lights off for them because they put them on especially for me. I'll shut the door. So this is old photos of Alness from maybe the 1900s, maybe before that as well. So it has a YouTube channel, a Facebook page as well. So you can see all the old photos. This is the Alness station building I was talking about. And that building there, this is where we're in at the moment. There's been several shops in the last over 100 years. I think this is a painting of fires that somebody's done, looks like. So we'll take you back into the shop. That's an old, looks like an old workforce photo there. So this is our war room. So we have different photographs and memorabilia from that age. So we used to have RAF Alness, which is that sign up there. So we have different photographs of different things. What you would have rations of food during the war, or what you had to sort of like, you had a ration book and you had to save your rations to get either butter or sugar or coffee or tea and things like that. So I think this is part of a gas mask, I think. So you've got identity cards, you've got ration books, you've got things from the RAF, got old sunglasses, and somebody's boots. So again, these are all donated, they've all been sourced. Again, that's one of the RAF uniforms. This is what our soldiers wore. So we had seaplanes at RAF Alness. One of them was a Catalina, and we have one of the propellers is down in the high street, which I should have showed you the other day and I forgot, but I'll show you again one day. This is different people that served in RAF Alness over the years. I don't know if you recognise anybody. This is the old, this is a prisoner of war camp, which is now situated, or which was situated in the now Salveson and Kendal Crescent area. And it's not very long, that building in the middle there, that tower. It was there for a lot of years and it's just recently just gone and then just replaced by flats, new flats in Kendal Crescent. So these again is photos of people that were serving during the wars. This is a really interesting place to come. We've had a lot of school parties here to come about learning about history and things. So it's really old photographs. There's an old piano. Looks like an officer's uniform. I think this was donated by his family, I think. So this is a photo of the Rafa Club. Well, presented to Alness Rafa Club. We used to have a Rafa Club here in the High Street, but it was disbanded. So this is a life buoy. There's different plaques. These are from around the world, I think. Now, I don't claim to be an Alness historian, far from it. There's an Alness map, used to be a street map. but there are people here who can tell you more about the history of Alness than I can. So this is another read room within the shop. And again, most of the stuff has been donated by just local people. From egg boxes, bread boxes, there's cameras, there's old lighting, paraffin lamps, things like that. This is what you would get in a typical scullery sort of thing in our kitchen in the Helens, and maybe a croft house. You do all your cooking by the fire. So there's different, there's a chamber pot, there's teapots, there's mugs, there's, this is some more war memorabilia, like different medals and things. This is like a medicine cabinet thing. So this is what you get all your medicines in, your cough medicine, your different things for your household. There's an old Vicks jar, which is still able to get today. There's different cod liver oils, there's, you know, lots of interesting things of days gone by. So there's 2 wee cuts at the hearth of the fire. I think this is a coal box, I think. This is an old dresser. And it's got some Jubilee plates and caps in there. So we've got quite a few sewing machines, very old sewing machines. There's an old telephone as well. I think these are like fabric scissors, I think, looks like, maybe. It's an old Hoover. This is a model of Eventon railway station, which was closed. It has been closed for a long time. There's more memorabilia. There's a sword. This is our visitors book, so any visitors or any tourists that come up, they're welcome to sign our visitors book and tell us what you think of our wee shop and museum. So there's an interesting thing. There's a wee lamp that's made out of a golden syrup tin. So that's quite ingenious. So this is a replica of the Alness railway station building. There's different lamps, types of lamp. Not sure if you can still get this, but this is a Helens and Islands Monopoly board. So there's an old cigarette packet of senior service. That's what you get during the war. And things like that. There's Alness United medals, caps, our football team. There's tin caddies, tea caddies up there. This looks like an old barometer, I think. I think that's croquet stick. There's footballs, there's rugby balls, there's old coins. So we're going into the shop now, and they have a lot of homemade gifts. They have a library as well, which you can buy some books. There we have wool, we've got knitting needles, we've got sewing patterns, knitting patterns, things like that. So we've got a range of things like bottle lights, we've got pictures, mirrors, key rings, things like that. for any occasion. We also have baby knitted, locally knitted baby items as well. And these are all locally made, or they're a Scottish seller sort of thing, or a Scottish company that make them. It's in our hearth. So it has a lot of different things for you to buy. There's nothing in the windows at the moment, as I said. They're just they're gathering their supplies to put in the window because they've just got new windows in. So we're panning around. It also has a few leaflets in the shop for you to have a look at. Some history books, some old postcards. So we're panning around, and then we're looking at all the different old teapots. There's mincers, there's scales, there's old bottles and things. There's old soap powder boxes. So we've got radios, there's sweet tins, there's books. As I said, there used to be a shoe shop as well. Well, in my day anyway. So there's all shoe items, there's CB radios, looks like. There's old bottles, there's scales. There's some more old radios up there. So this is part of the, so this is the library. You can buy anything. There's jigsaw puzzles, there's games. As I said, there's knitting patterns or sewing patterns. So you can, there's kids' books. So you can maybe grab a quick bargain. So whatever takes your fancy. So again, this is all run by volunteers, and any donation is appreciated. We need some more volunteers in here. I've got to show you this local cards. There's card makers here who donate their cards to be sold, and I'm one of those makers as well. So this is our Heritage Centre shop and museum. So I'm going to leave you there, guys. So this is another view of the shop. So that's our tour today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ta!